Hey everyone, it's Wendolyn here. Just popping in to do a video on what it's like to live with chronic illness. FND, now cancer, ADHD. I was diagnosed ADHD when I was a youngster. And I also believe that I have autism because I took the pre-screening test and came out highly likely to be autistic. And the other diagnosis, yeah, I think I might have post-traumatic stress. That's possible. Seeing as how I've gone through a lot of trauma in my life, it makes sense to me why I would have post-traumatic stress. But anyways, on with the video. My first condition is ADHD. I was diagnosed ADHD as a young child, 7 years old-ish. And that came with a whole slew of impulsivity, unable to remember things. I call it the doorway effect, or any distraction I can forget, bing, just like that. But morning depression is really hard to deal with, so I had to make adjustments to my life to work around the ADHD and the triggers of being rushed. Because when you're in a rush and morning depression, yeah, it can cause a meltdown. The second condition I was diagnosed with at around age 14 was major depressive disorder. Now, having ADHD, but they didn't know that because I forgot that I had ADHD, so they had no clue that I had ADHD. So going through ADHD symptoms and going through a lot of trauma, of course it's going to look like major depression. Now, we get into my early 30s, 30, 31. After going through all of that trauma, I kept going through trauma because of the location of the city I was living in. It was the north end of a city. I won't say what city, but it was very violent, and I was attacked several times and jumped. There's a lot of baloney going on in the north end of the city. But then after all of that trauma, I developed functional neurological disorder. Now, before I found out I had FND, or conversion disorder, that doesn't exist anymore, that name. I saw this psychiatrist for more than 2 years, and she gave me a list of diagnosis: post-traumatic stress, generalized anxiety disorder, depression, anxiety, and functional neurological disorder. I've been through more than 20 years worth of therapy just because I didn't want to feel the way I was feeling, and because I'm so self-aware of my behaviors and my feelings. 20 years of therapy is a lot of therapy, and that's actually, I think, too much therapy, because by the time you get all your education and all the tools that you need to cope and to try to heal yourself and stuff like this, yeah, eventually, after so much therapy, you need to take the skills and knowledge that you've accumulated out of your therapy and apply it to real life. And it's been a long journey, and I'll tell you something, I'd never change it because it made me into the person I am today. And honestly, even though I really kind of sort of feel bad about my ADHD symptoms sometimes, I can't help it. And I love myself for it anyway. So coping every day is a struggle sometimes. Like there are stretches of time where like I'm completely and utterly at peace because I've done a lot of work on myself. But when I'm under a lot of stress, some of my ADHD symptoms and my functional neurological disorder kick up. But I think everyone underneath a whole lot of stress is going to have some issues. Chronic illness is a tough life to live, and I feel that too many people are given bad raps for just trying to do the best that they can, because I get it, nobody understands unless they actually go through it themselves. So I've come up with some coping strategies: lots of alarms, lists. I definitely, I put an alarm on my clock for the day before an event, an hour before an event, and 10 minutes before the event, so that I will be on time. Normally, I'm one of those ADHDers that are like an hour early. As far as the ADHD and the other executive functions, like I took the pretest for autism, and I'm 99% sure that I'm autistic as well. But I took the pre-screen, and as an adult, does it really matter for a diagnosis? Nah, I don't think so. But anyway, I came up with a few things that I need to keep up with every day. Just immediately, if there's something really boring that you just don't want to do, like dishes, or you're overwhelmed because of you looking at the kitchen as a whole great big project, just break it down into smaller pieces. And I've been watching some videos about ADHD hacks, and some of them are really awesome. Now, this cancer business, I have stage 3 ovarian cancer, and I had a complete response, which is good. I'm not looking forward to this new drug. It's really scary looking. And to be honest with you, with all of these things happening in my life with the cancer and la 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 la, I should be, I would think I would be doing a lot worse than I am, but I'm really coping really well, and I'm really proud of myself. So everyone's experience with living with chronic illness is going to be, specific to them. Some people can work around their illnesses really well, other people's not so much. But just know that you're not alone, and you can reach out to me anytime, and I'll be there for you. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll be back with another video shortly. And I hope you subscribe, share, and like, maybe comment, because it helps me out a little bit, and I really want this channel to succeed. And have a good day, guys.